Hello, I'm back. I had food. I had a chocolate bar. And we're good. We are going to be showcasing just one promo game tonight. I have a glut of them and I really want to be able to, do them justice. And as I have the extra time, I am taking the time to do this. So hopefully people will come and hopefully enjoy. But for now we're doing this for me. I want to do this. So yeah. I know loads of other streams are on. It is Friday. There are a lot of other streams on. But today we are playing some Eternal Threads. This game came out yesterday. I couldn't stream all the games yesterday, which is why we're doing extra streams. So yesterday being the 23rd of May 2024. It is developed by Cosmonaut Studios, published by Secret Mode. Secret Mode also published A Little to the Left, which we love. So yeah, there's that. It is an ID and Xbox game. However, I received a copy of this game from the publishers for streaming purposes. So I believe it was the publishers. It was through a separate site thing. It was either the publishers or a PR company. I should double check. Either which way, the developers, Cosmonaut Studios, are based in Liverpool, UK. I do like playing UK-based games. I will tell you all about it in a moment. It is available on Steam, on Switch, on Xbox, and on PlayStation. We are playing it on Xbox. And it's gonna be fun. Right. I've lost my link. There we go. There's my link. Yes, Secret Mode. From the publishers. Sorry. Well, just to confirm what I thought to confirm. Okay, so Eternal Threads is a single-player, first-person, story-driven puzzle game of time manipulation, choice, and consequence. So you can see why I'm excited about it. As an operative tasked with fixing corruption the timeline, you've been sent to the north of England in May 2015, where 6 people died in a house fire. Prohibited from simply stopping the fire, you must instead manipulate the choices made by the housemates in the week leading up to it, so that they all survive the event. From the outset, you have free and complete reign to explore the 7-day timeline before the fire. You can watch and alter significant events from the entire week as many times as you like, and in whatever order you wish. Some decisions will only have minor effects on the timelines, moving objects around the house or revealing deeper stories and secrets. Major changes, however, rewrite the timeline by changing existing events, adding new events, and even replacing other events entirely. You must traverse up and down this timeline, changing decisions at different moments throughout the week, so that their effects... Sorry, I just tried to rub something off the screen, and it was the bottom of a Y. It was not fluff. What was I saying? Changing decisions at different moments throughout the week so their effects interact and combine together to save all 6 housemates. However, it's not just the housemates who have choices. Each of them can be saved from the fire in multiple ways, with each outcome having a profound effect on their lives in the future. Will you just search for the quickest and easiest solution, or can you find the best outcome possible for everybody? Ultimately, everything's about choice and consequences. We get to choose how we want to follow the game's story. The complete narrative follows the 6 main characters through multiple decisions across multiple timelines, and you can experience these in any way you choose. You can concentrate on just one particular character's storyline at a time, following their choices across the timeline, then go back to the start and follow another character. You can approach the story like a forensic detective, observe the final outcomes of the story, and then work backwards along the timeline, essentially observing the effects and then determining their cause. You can just watch things in chronological order, experience the timeline unfold as you observe, and change the decisions that the characters face as the week progresses. Watch and change as many times as you like. Can't remember exactly what happened in an event, change a decision and you're not sure you like the consequences? That's fine. Just put back along the timeline and watch and change whatever you like, whenever you like, as many times as you like. Change the past to affect the future. Setting up temporary base in the house mere hours after the fire provides a unique perspective on events. As you look back through the timeline, past events play out in front of you in ghostly form, with the smoke and fire damaged house a constant reminder of what is to come. In addition, as you manipulate the past, the environment can be reset around you to match the changes taking place. Some new objects will appear, others will move around, and the contents of the room can change substantially as you change the past. So that's really cool. Pricing is $19.99 US, £15.99 UK. There are 10 achievements, all of which are obtainable. We're looking at like 6 to 8 hours potentially for a playthrough. For a completion. And it looks like the achievements push you to go deeper, which is really cool. And there's a secret ending. So what else can I tell you? I think it was originally released last year. No, 2 years ago. Oh my god, 2022 was 2 years ago. Yeah, it was released on Steam in May 2022, so obviously it's been out for a while. It came out on consoles yesterday. And it just looks really fun. It really does. What else have we got? So Eternal Threads is a story-driven puzzle game set in the north of England in 2015, where 6 people have died in a house fire, which they all should have survived. Early experiments with time travel in the distant future have created corruption throughout the time stream. You play as Agent 43, a rookie time operative working for the newly formed Second Chance Project, whose mission is to restore the multiple defects within the past. Corruption has been detected through the week preceding their death, and prohibited from simply stopping the fire, the player must instead manipulate the choices. Cool, so then that goes back into changing. Many of the housemates' decision will cause the timeline to instantly recalibrate. Branches in time will open and close, causing some events to vanish and others to appear, allowing the player to investigate further. So that's really cool. You can use the visualizer device to watch past events in their ghostly form. Just like a Rubik's Cube, the game becomes more difficult the closer you get to a solution. Saving one housemate may cause others to die. Ooh. I wonder if there's a flowchart. We do love a good flowchart. It does look like there is a flowchart. Well, not a flowchart, a timeline. We do love a good timeline. So, Cosmonaut Studios was formed in 2015, coincidentally, by a group of friends who had worked together for many years at Magenta Software Games. A team is a combination of industry veterans and talented newcomers who chose to band together to develop the types of games which really excite them. Collectively, they worked on dozens of games and even won a BAFTA for the trophy cabinet. The mission is to redefine the story-driven experience by welding compelling stories and narratives with fresh, intuitive game mechanics. I call this Narrative Plus. I like that. That is cool. We do like that. Okay, so this one says PC, PlayStation, Switch coming soon. I swear the Switch one is out now. But yes, of course, different incarnations of different websites. Either which way, that is the introduction. We're gonna load up the game and play because exciting. Today I had a call with the doctors just to try and sort out my medication. They want to put me on more medication. Hopefully it'll be good. I then had like an hour and a half workshop about being resilient in the face of losing your job, redundancies and all that, which was really good, really insightful. And then I was like, okay, we've done a lot of heavy stuff today. Gonna play more Mirage.
The world.
Ooh.
Our early experiments in time travel released massive amounts of chronal radiation into the time stream with devastating results. As the particles traveled back through time, they altered countless seemingly insignificant decisions throughout history. But where causality is concerned, nothing is insignificant. The result is the radioactive nightmare of a world that lies beyond the protective screens of this facility. If we are to have any hope of restoring the time stream, then we must employ the very cause of the problem itself, time travel. But we must be very cautious, for the risks of direct interference are potentially greater than what we have already faced. We must surgically alter the past, correcting the decisions that were corrupted, and leave it to the butterfly effect to restore the future. This is not an easy task, as many events were changed. And if we succeed completely, then we may wipe ourselves out of existence. But if humanity is saved, then that is a price worth paying.
Anne Barker. Dr. Anne Barker, the Pandora time travel. That's really cool. So I'm getting what's the one? Fraction 90. There we go. And Sandstone. Go. Subtitles, please. Dynamic vibration. Okay, so that was, yeah, something about Pandora Project. Anyway, we would have read it out, but they read it out, and then it didn't do the name part. But anyway, if anyone's read the St. Mary Chronicles books, okay. Names spacing on me of the author. Jodie Taylor. The Chronicles of St. Mary's. It's giving me those vibes. That is a time travel esque series of books. It's very, very cool. Not the same, but just I really enjoy it. I do like a whole bit of timey-wimey. Okay, so full game with all events, decisions, objects, locations, enemies available. 197 events, 54 decisions. Or the abridged, an easier, quicker to play version with a reduced number of events and decisions. It will be possible to fully explore the house, learn all the secrets, or achieve the best ending. 121 events, sorry, there's a wire in the way, and 37 decisions. Obviously, we're going to go for the full experience. Thank you very much. So, yeah, very excited about this. I had to press OK. I do not know.
Oh, hello there, 43. I see you are fully qualified now. Hey, that's very good. Good. Well, okay, let's find you a real mission then. Tier 3. That's not too difficult. It's one location.
I don't like the suit.
Good.
It looks
Good.
plasticky.
6 erroneous fatalities. Could be worse, 43. Okay. To fix this timeline, all 6 subjects must be saved, and you are only authorized to alter the decisions they made in the week before they died. Change the right set of decisions, and you save them all. So, let's find somewhere to drop you with no witnesses. Busy. God, busy always happens to me. Wait, okay, we got something, 43. It's a few hours afterwards. It looks clean. It's dark though. Don't worry, I'll send some lights. Let's get you when and where you need to be. Initiating crossover sequence.
distracted. Bring my key back.
Temporal crossover in 5 seconds.
I'll see you on the other side, 43.
3, 2, 1. Temporal crossover initiated.
Ah, bright white.
Temporal crossover complete.
I had option of
Light
subtitles.
drones inbound.
Sorry. I can turn off the ticker, but then I'll be floating.
Light drones crossover complete.
Still in one piece, 43. Good, right, okay, let's get you set up. Activate your visualizer.
Yeah, I need to revisit my stream overlay. I'm just not quite in the
Location,
right...
Alderdeck, UK. Temporal reference, 4:03 a.m. 20th of May, 2015.
Perfect. Now you'll probably need some boosters, okay? Your system will be checking now.
Please place first signal booster at location indicated on visualizer.
What did I say, huh? Okay, 43. You just need to head towards that little white dot on your visualizer. You understand?
Interestingly... Foyer. Busted in the door. Door was locked. Okay, little white dot. But yeah, no, I do really need to do something with my overlay. I've had that one for a little while now, and we don't get as many subs and followers and all that to have it continuously on a ticker. I'm lazy.
Please place second signal booster.
Interestingly, the fire is mostly smoke damage in here. The hall seems to be the most affected. Random flash patterns. Like, why is the bottom of that door fine? Sorry, I've watched a lot of, like, Chicago Fire and stuff. Like, a lot of this is smoke damage. From the heat, those tires would have exploded. I am not an expert, don't get me wrong. That mirror is randomly frosty. Altitude sickness equinox. That sounds horrid, I have to say. Cleaning rotor. Yeah, so lots of smoke and fire. That looks like a flash pattern from the fuse box. Interesting. The glass blue, but then not much out here. Sorry, you're gonna get a random non-forensic. Ooh, yeah, that's definitely the source, because you've got charred floorboards. Yeah, so now you get my inexpert opinion. There's some smoke damage to the mirror. I won't open the door in here, otherwise there'd be flash burn. Environmental storytelling, I know, right? Yeah, I've watched way too many. It's like I watched way too many medical programs as well. I like the, Station 19 and Chicago Fire and stuff. There's a little tea-light candle.
Please place
Lots of
final
beer.
signal booster.
But yeah, lots of smoke damage. Odd burn pattern. But yeah. Oh! The target of the visualizer is located on a different floor. The white dot will be replaced by an arrow. An up arrow means the target is above you, while a down arrow means the target is below you. I'll be honest, the little dot thing is like, I can't make it bigger, and I hadn't really noticed that there was a dot thing. But yeah, clearly we've got a source of ignition, because you've got a flash burn up there, and the fact that there. So already had a peek back here. It's random how it's affected. You know, and up the stairs, but then nothing. It's really odd. But I guess if everyone was asleep, you're more likely to die of smoke inhalation than you are being burnt alive. Very 2015 carpet though, and a very old Victorian house conversion wallpaper with the, I forget what they're called, the ridge things.
Activating signal boosters. Initiating scan.
Okay, I feel like this needs an epilepsy warning. Flashing lights.
Scan complete. Corruption detected. 6 erroneous fatalities confirmed. Conclusion event determined. Location transferred to visualizer.
No, it was a random
System is
local...
locked in. Good. Okay. Go follow the target on your visualizer, and we can see how the story currently ends.
Well, I'm figuring it ends with dead people. As it said, there were 6 fatalities. Okay, so we've finished weirdly analysing the chart pattern. There's a very hot fire, but I feel like it should have spread. Hey, Wednesday the 23rd, 1:54. See? It should have spread more. Especially here, there's nothing stopping it. Here. It should have raced up the stairs and along the corridors. I mean, if these doors were closed, that explains. But it's just really odd. Also, there's a back door.
All 6 should have survived, but time is being corrupted and now they are very, very dead. Stopping the fire would fix all of this, of course, 43, but forecasting is saying this has major repercussions further down the timeline. Which is why you are using a scalpel instead of swinging an axe.
Analyzing timeline. Evaluating events. Time map available.
Ah,
Cool.
good, okay. Open up your time map and I will talk you through it.
Why?
Here's the end of the time map, 43. The large hexagon is the conclusion event, and you can return here and rewatch it at any time.
Small hexagons are the final events for each of the subjects. If you change someone's fate, then both their final event and the conclusion event will change. The white events are all part of the current timeline and can be watched at any time and in any order.
It's like a
The
flowchart.
grayed out events are potential events from alternative timelines and cannot currently be watched. If you change a decision which alters the timeline, some events will change state from one to the other. Once you have watched a decision, 43, it will appear on the map as a diamond, so it is easier to find it again later.
The portraits at the top will show you who is in each event, as well as whether they are alive or dead on the current timeline, 43.
And this is the earliest event on the timeline. Like the rest, it currently has a question mark because it has not yet been watched.
Well, normally you can choose any event in any order, 43. Let's just start here for now. Select this event, and I'll check everything is working as it should. Do you understand?
Yes. But it's a flowchart. I get very excited when you can... I don't know what it is. I think it's just from, like, the nunnery games. I just really
select
liked...
the first event, and we can get started.
Yeah. Shush a minute. Ooh. Just online. Yeah, it just brings me so much joy having,
43,
like, a flowcharty thing.
First event. You know, the one at the start.
I'm talking.
Understand?
Control. But anyway, so I was going to say is, it's interesting that they came and they busted open the front door because that's where the fire was. I know they wanted to get it under control.
We cannot do anything until you select that. Good, we're ready. Let's go.
Okay.
Day 1, Wednesday, 0800. Location, Tom's room.
We're just going to pause it a minute while I... Yes, hush control. So what I've seen in, like, you know, I don't know how you know, accurate Hollywood is, you know, when it's doing the stuff, but I feel like there's a whole thing where, like, the fire plus the water can produce more smoke or superheated steam, which can be dangerous, and they try and get people out before they control the fire. Obviously, it was going up the stairs, so that's a problem. But the back door was completely free. They already kicked open the front door, so they already fed oxygen to the fire. So they could have gone around the back, kicked open the back door, and at least tried to get anyone out that was in potentially those rooms that weren't on fire. But if people were upstairs, that would have been a problem, which is probably why they were spraying down the stairs. But it was a weirdly small amount of fire that clearly started in this electrical box. But it was just the fact that it sort of only went to here. I would have thought it would have gone, you know, it's not like the carpet is not flammable. I feel like there was plenty of ammunition. The kitchen, the dining room. If people were in the kitchen or dining room, then they could have potentially been saved. They could have got out the back door. They were in whatever this room is. Ah, someone's bedroom. Tom's room. Oh, what a coinky dink. So, therefore, Tom really should have been able to get out, but he was probably asleep. I'll be honest. So, yeah. Anyway, that is my amateur... Don't really know anything about firefighting, but have watched a lot of TV. What's the budgie? Okay. The budgie is currently dead. That is not good. Okay, so we need to save the budgie. Definitely need to save the budgie, because it's reminding me of Stowe's budgie. I'll be honest, I've forgotten the name of the budgie, but anyway. Okay, so... Sorry, I'm just... keeping the number of streams that I have up so I can still watch people. Right, anyway. Okay, so... Events, let's watch this. I'm very excited about this game. Wednesday the 13th.
Yeah, he's looking better. Aren't you, Frank?
Frank! Oh, we gotta say Frank.
No, it's not as often. But he's still pulling out his feathers every now and then. Yeah. I talked to the vets. They want to keep him overnight. I just don't know if that'll cause him more stress, you know?
Your corruption point.
Decision 43. This is fortunate. You should try and change it, okay? So we can make sure everything is working properly.
Okay, we definitely need to book the vet appointment. No dead budgie!
Yeah, you're
Excellent.
right.
We saved Frankie.
They had an appointment for next Tuesday, so I'll book him in for then. Sorry.
This is Wednesday,
That's the door.
so
I've got to go.
that's-
I'll speak to you later. Bye. Okay, bye.
Excellent. So Tuesday means that the budgie's in before the fire, and therefore no more dead budgie.
Oh, look! 43, the birdcage is gone. Good. Okay. This means your
Fate
visualizer
of
is
ancillary
working properly
avian
and you're
chain.
fully able to change the timeline. And as a bonus, the little birdie also gets to live too. Everyone's a winner, eh?
What?
Anyway, probably best to head back to the time map and select another event.
Yes, definitely good to have games. Ah, you missed did you miss my introduction? This is a Liverpudlian studio. It is Cosmonaut. It's a Liverpudlian studio. Okay, Wonder Grow, liquid feed, potting compost, daylight bulbs. Okay, botanical. Well, I mean, potential for explosives, or at least combustants. Friar's legal. This is the last will and testament. Ah, there we go. Transcribe. Ah, okay, let's transcribe it even smaller. I can probably read it better on that. Let me try that again. Okay, this is the last will and testament of Barbara Monroe, also known as Barbara Wilson, of 14 West Park Road, Alderbeck, Lancashire, LA1 4RM. 1. I revoke all my earlier wills, codicils, and testamentary dispositions. I appoint Tom Monroe of 14 West Park, Alderbeck, Lancashire, my trustee to be executors and trustees of my will. I give the remainder of my estate, out of which to be paid my funeral and testamentary expenses and my debts, to my trustees on trust for sale with power to postpone sale without liability for loss, such estate. My trustee should hold for my son, Tom Monroe, if he survives me, or if the forgiving gift fails for any reason, then to Alice Monroe, 78 Canterbury Place, Eccles, Manchester. Standard provisions of the Society in Trust and Estate Practitioners, second edition, shall I place my will, signed on the 3rd day of March 2001 by Barbara Monroe, who they spelt the name wrong in the first thing, because I notice these things. Literally, you know, if there's a typo in the first, you know, couple of hours of your game, I will have seen it, and I will judge you. To give effect to the presence of two witnesses who each signed the right. So witness, John Parker, retired police officer, and Hope Sutton, secretary. Cool. Okay, so this is the Tom. So we're looking to see what we can change. So we're not going to change anything massively drastically. I'll be honest. You know, we've got a week. We're not, you know, magicians. Rent payment. Rent book, Brian Scott. Collector's name, Tom Monroe. Ah, so they both live in the same place. Okay, so Tom is renting out to, obviously, other people. Late, paid, late, where is he? Put his things in the safe. Okay, so Brian Scott has not been paying rent. If that is a mirror again with the... Okay, we've got 1888. Town. I'm just looking for clues, I guess. So there is smoke damage. Worldwide collections. Dutch credit card. Who are we writing to? Tom Monroe. You owe £3,612.40. Pay 50% to settle the account. £40 a month until you've paid off your balance. Okay, interesting. In debt, not an insurmountable amount, but potentially if people aren't paying rent. Now I'm wondering, you know, if we can get people to pay rent, can we prevent the fire from happening? Ding, ding, ding.
That is unfortunate, 43. You will need to get this door open to access all the events that took place outside. Maybe you can find out where the key is from one of the events inside the house, huh?
Yep. Ooh, there's a basement type thing. I doubt the lights are going to work. Oh, yes, no, we've got thingies. So there's a lot of paint cans. Old mattresses, good. It looks very manky. That is locked.
Ah, combination lock. Well, at least you're not searching for a key, 43.
Can we try 1888? Maybe we actually have to find it before we can do it. Okay, so we can't use that yet. Okay. I do feel like we're wearing like a contamination suit type thing. I'm just glad that it's not actually me because, ew. Okay, we've got a glove. We found a glove. There is nice art down here. Ah, because there is also... Right, so... Phone. Oh, okay, read. Look, Miranda, we need to talk about last night. Don't worry about the marks. I'll heal up in a few days. I'm not talking about the marks, I mean the whole thing. Sorry, couldn't hand around this morning for round 2, but work at a crisis. They can't get anything done without me. You're not listening. We need to talk. That reminds me. I'm going to be busy for a bit, so my naughty little puppy better behave himself. And then when I'm back, we'll see what else we can do. Toodles. Okay, we'll talk then. Okay, well, Miranda clearly needs to learn how to listen. That is blood. Interesting smoke damage down here. You know, there's a nice, like, pool room thing. Games room. Ew. Moldy apple. Crystal Lake True Story. Cigarettes. Projector. Oh, sweet. Like a whole cinema thing going on. It's nice in here. I mean, you know, aside from the... Hey, we got a delivery menu for Kenny's. Kenny's fried chicken. Oh, that's a wonderful... Oh, and seriously, what's with the bags of rubbish? Why do we have to have those? Have those in, like, when we have future things as well. It's like, there's always bloody bags of rubbish. Maybe that will be one of the things if I can change. It'll be someone take out the damn trash. See? What's with the damn trash?
I'm detecting some form of temporal anomaly. It does not appear to be in this room, but it is very close, so please watch out.
Local girl does good. Okay. Residents of the small town of Aldebeck are celebrating after one of their own scoped the prestigious Time Photography Prize last night in a glamorous award ceremony in Manchester's Grand Hotel. Barbara Monroe, 26. Ah, so the grandma. Or no, the mum. Honoured to be nominated, but to actually win. I'm humbled. Can I keep taking photos? An exhibition of Barbara's work can be seen from the 3rd to the 20th of November at the Shawcross Gallery in Manchester. Cool. So, you've got a really manky chair. More rubbish. This is more of a storage room. That's a nice, like, games room thing in there. Random pans. We've got an hammer. Very manky hammer. I'm judging. I really am. I'm being very judgy. Don't judge me for judging. That's locked. But yeah, I love this game already.
Wardrobe in the basement. How curious.
Certificate of Excellence. Cool. Well, that's not going to change. Not in a week. Smoke alarm.
Still in the box.
Okay, so one of the acts.
That this is what they call irony.
Is it called irony? Or is it just bad luck? I'm going to go with... We can get them to install the smoke alarm. That's going to mean that some people live. We want a doctor result, basically. Everybody lives. Sometimes everybody lives. It seems to suggest that there's an anomaly event down. I don't know how I'm going to go more down from the basement, which looks like it's got a concrete floor. So we'll go back up and see what happens. So we still can't get out that door. We literally just checked it. Okay. So we've got interesting blinds. Buy more milk. Kitchen. Oh, that... Oh, I can feel the coldness of this tiled floor. I have been in houses that have this floor. Bleach on the floor there. Got some pasta and some tomatoes and stuff. Oh, the sink needs cleaning. May 19th, Tuesday, right? Yep, so the budgie's got the, you know, vet appointment and thus is good. Oh, actually, we should check the chrono thingy-majiggy. Okay, navigating the time map. You can use the LB and RB buttons to forward by day instead of event. Double tapping the buttons will quickly move it up and down, blah, blah, blah. Okay, so to vet or not to vet, Tom. Current. Decided to book a vet appointment. And thus, we changed things. Conclusion event. We'll literally just change the vet thing, so all it's done is mean the birdie didn't die. That's Tom starting new school in 2001. Yeah, so this is obviously family home. Yes, let's party, 2014. I do like this, it reminds me of my kitchen table thing. Clearly some sort of party was going on. Tandoori takeout, Rasia. Ironing board. Friday shopping list, beer, wine, vodka, brandy, gin, energy drinks, tequila, Coke, lemonade, lemons and limes, and some crisps. Tequila, it makes you happy. Also makes you very drunk, and if they passed out, then no wonder they died. Not judging, but is very much... Oh, it's raining. Would have been useful earlier. Not that the rain would have stopped anything. Cool. Okay, so... Lights are not going to work, Joe. The occupier. 14 West Park Road. Clearly, you know, Mum's house not really been... Writer and painter. Not really been redecorated. Ah! I have that TV remote. Not right now, but it's very similar to one I've had in the past. Fidget spinner!
Don't get any ideas about souvenirs, 43. Trust me. It just leads to a lot of shouting and lectures and so much paperwork.
Home Electrics Manual. Home electric wiring for domestic installers. Oh, well, cool. Yeah, well, if you did your own wiring, then no wonder it's deadly. Always get a professional, people. Right, okay. So we've had a look around all the downstairs rooms and the basement. So let's see if we can have a look upstairs. Then we'll get some events, but I just want to have a nosy first so I know what to expect. Also, this sort of weird V thing with stairs is common, especially in old Victorian houses. Guitar. Born to Rock. Empty drawer. Sunglasses. Random bowl. Empty. May 19th. Kieran, look love, it's not forever, like I have explained. I'll see you Saturday. School today. Okay, I guess when you're coming home, Mum. If you have a tea, pizza again, Mum. You promised to be soon. I'll pick you up from school tomorrow. Coming home well for good. Yeah, brush your teeth and go to bed. I'll see you tomorrow. I love you. Love you too, Mum. Oh, God. Okay, so they were packing. They literally had packed. That's why everything is empty. Oh my God, if they'd have just left, then they'd be alive. So obviously that's what we need to figure out. I'm going to see how much I can figure out from just looking at the rooms. Oh, hydrate. The TV is way too thin for 2004. It's 2015! That was 10 years ago? I mean, I don't think so. I think enough artistic license, there were TVs that thin, whether they could have afforded them or not. More phones. Appointment reminder, 21st of May, Birch Hill surgery. Dr. Khan. Okay. Okay. Why does that look like a wedding dress? People don't have any clothes. Did we just open a drawer and it didn't open? There we go. That's anatomy. Oh. Halopazine. Is that sleeping tablet? Miss Jenny Spencer. Is that an antipsychotic? Not that it particularly matters anyway. It's just more of a... What makes it really sad? Nairobi. For Dr. Ben Riley. Okay, so potentially two people here. Hi Ben, sorry I haven't been in touch. But as you can guess, mobile coverage is spotty at best, so I thought I'd go old school and write a postcard instead. Anyway, it's a wonderful project here. It's just what we imagined it could be, with more mosquitoes. They're building a new wing on the hospital here, and this one's going to even have a roof. Ah, it's an antipsychotic. Thanks. Kind of like haloperidol. What a luxury. The people here are great, and you really feel like you're making a difference. It's not all better roses, though. Simple tests take an absolute age if you can get them at all. The electrical supply is a joke. I've had to do some surgeries by candlelight. Oh, did I mention the mosquitoes? You still up at St Agnes near Manchester? That's one thing I really don't miss, the terrible Manchester weather. Though it's not long till my rotation is up, so I have to put up with it for a few weeks then. I'll drop you an email when I'm back, and we can meet up for a few pints. Right, back to it. See you, mate. Josh. Okay, so two people live in this room. Wait, who have we got? We've got Ben, Jenny, Neil, Linda, Tom. Ben. So Ben and Jenny are in this room. Doctors for all. Ben Riley. Pleased to offer you the volunteer doctor placement, 13th of July 2014. 15. London office, head of training. Overseas placement. Aww! You didn't sign it yet. Received on the 12th of May. May 19th, they still changed the calendar. Okay, junior doctor clinical assessment in this party! Cat! watch out, consultant on Warpathing, head of the bedroom golf. I'm going to get my head down on shift. Cover on next Saturday. Yeah, okay. Hot day. Right, okay. Right, okay, so we've got a doctor and Jenny. Interestingly. All antipsychotics. Not that I'm judging. Not. It was a commentary. The altitude sickness thing. So one person had a downstairs bedroom. They should have got out. Unless they lost the key. Oh, and that one's locked.
Locked.
A lot of smoke damage considering the doors were closed. Emily. Glad you came to the party. Really sorry, I don't know what happened. I like you. Neil. What's your drink? I want you to leave me alone. Okay, so Neil is this room is Neil's. Zool! Dearest Neil, hi love, it's your mum. I've tried ringing a few times, but I guess you've been busy, so I thought it'd be a bit old-fashioned to put pen to paper and write you a letter. Well, I finally managed to shake off the cold that I've had for almost 3 months. The doctor said it wasn't anything serious, but there's some sort of secondary infection, so you have me on the antibiotics. I said a few hot toddies before going to bed, and one or the other seems to have worked. Your dad's still pottering off down the allotment, or at least that's what he says. He thinks I can't spell the pints of bitter on his breath when he gets back. Silly man. So at least he keeps him quiet and lets me watch my soaps in peace. We missed you at Easter. The lamb was almost perfect, but with just the two of us, we were eating bubble and squeak for days after. Still, with your exams coming up, I can understand why you'd want to take some time out. Oh, and I bumped into your old maths teacher, Mrs. Willis, when I was out in town on Tuesday. She's retired now, but she still remembers you, her star pupil. She asked how you were doing and wanted you to know she was proud of you. Linda's been in touch. She said you wanted to talk to you about something and passed on your number. I told you you're really busy, but she said she'll drop you a text. Anyway, I'll sign off now as I don't want to take up too much of your time, and I'm sure you don't need your old mum nagging at you. But if you find yourself with half an hour spare, I'd love to hear your voice. Oh, my love, Mum. So, Ninja of the Nth Dimension. Looks like Transformers poster. Johansson, Roland, Budden. Old school. Controller, but... Oh, I was going to say, where's the consoles there? Okay. Ninja Era platform. The publishers of this game also published its remaster. Yeah, they also did a little to the left. Oh, the bathroom. Okay, so we've got Ben and Jenny in there, Neil in there, Tom downstairs. That one's locked. So Ben and Jenny in there, Neil. So there's Linda was the one that was packing. So there's still Raquel. Raquel might be the locked room then. You think that would have been busted open if she'd died in there. And one bathroom between 6 of them. Which that bath really needs a clean. Yes, I'm judging them. And Rana Padam. Who's this for? Mr. Ben Riley. Don't know what that's for. Aspirin. We have some soap. At least it doesn't look too manky. So yes, one bathroom, one shower, one bath, one toilet. 6 people. Unless one of the rooms has an ensuite, but you know. Okay. So yeah, this was Linda's room. Right, how do I This is downstairs, but I can't figure out how to do that. So do I undo this? Event 2 in
Day
the
1,
hall.
Wednesday, 8:01. Location, hall.
Right.
Hiya, you must be Linda. Come in.
Oh, thanks.
Hiya.
Hi.
Well, it's good to see you.
Oh, and you. It's good to be here.
Oh, this is Tom. He's the landlord.
Don't know what I would have done without you.
Look, I've just got a spare room.
That's not all your stuff, is it?
Oh no, there's more in the car.
Keys? Right, back in a minute.
Okay. So, how about a quick tour?
Lead on.
What did that say? Crossing the sidewalk. Oh, raise or lower. You can now raise or lower by pressing B. Okay. Crossing the threshold. Tom, Neil, Linda. Neil, was Neil the doctor? Okay. With her brother, Neil. Okay.
Day 1, Wednesday, 8:04. Location, kitchen.
It's a very rusty character.
And here's the kitchen. Guys, this is Linda.
Hi.
Linda,
Hi.
this is Ben and Jenny.
Like the ice
Ben was the
cream.
doctor. Yes.
That's us. We're just so sweet, aren't we, honey?
Oh, we certainly are. Though, I'm also a bit late for work.
Dr. Ben, I presume?
Oh, the uniform.
Well, that, along with your excellent bedside manner with the young lady in pyjamas.
Oh, she called me young. She can stay.
It just makes you think of ice
Unfortunately,
cream.
I can't. See you tonight.
The can opener?
And I guess I'll see the two of you later as well.
Yeah, take it easy, mate.
See you.
Right, time to see your room.
Like the ice cream. Oh, Ben and Jenny, Ben and Jerry. Yeah, literally he just put in like the ice cream. Oh, just put in. Agent 43 just put in like the ice cream.
Day 1, Wednesday, 8:09. Location, Linda's room.
And this is you.
So, was it? The previous tenant, born to rob?
Well, he certainly wasn't born to stick around and pay the rent, but I doubt it.
Why?
He's left his guitar. I'll get rid of it all for you.
You rewatch a decision, a button will appear on your edge. You're advised. Pressing this button will pause the event and allow you to select the outcome without having to wait until the decision point. If you change the decision, the event will jump forward to the decision point and continue onward, showing you the new result and ending. Leave the guitar and posters. Take the guitar and posters. Well, I mean, the guitar and posters were left because we can see them, so let's try taking them away.
Yeah. I know I'm not in Kansas anymore, but my days as a rock chick are way over.
Sure thing, Dorothy.
Where do you want these?
Oh, just put them anywhere, Toto.
What?
Not in Kansas anymore. Okay. So, bearing that in mind, Kieran is the son. She hadn't unpacked. Brother Neil, son Karen.
Day 1, Wednesday, 8:10. Location, Paul.
Oh no, where is you gonna get ice cream, I'm guessing?
Hi, Neil. Anything for me in there?
I don't think so, and I'll double check.
Hold on, I'll double check. Oh, wait, yeah. Here you go.
Cheers. Can I squeeze past? Work.
Oh, yeah, sure. See you, Doc.
See you, Neil.
Don't know whether I should... Any post? Don't know whether I should watch the original then change it.
Day 1, Wednesday, 8:15.
I'm enjoying this.
Location, Landing.
It's my kind of game.
That's the bathroom, and this is my bedroom.
Excuse me?
Oh, what a nice view.
Morning.
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 Hi. Who was that?
I have no idea.
Oh, hi! I'm Raquel. You must be...
Jealous.
This is, Linda. My sister.
So I guess she knows all your childhood secrets then.
Oh, I could tell a tale or two.
Leave him alone, you two.
Spoil sport. We can talk later. But now, I suppose I'd better go throw some clothes on.
Okay.
Please don't make me regret this.
Bathroom stranger. And I met Raquel and everyone met Zach.
Day 1, Wednesday, 8:26. Location, Neil's room.
So, how have you been?
Good. Yeah, we're pretty good.
Nice place. The landlord seems nice.
Yeah, it is. He's pretty cool. I mean, having a pool table in your basement is pretty awesome,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah, I suppose it is.
Let's just go with the original house unit.
So, how's uni? It's maths you're doing?
Yeah, it's great. I mean, the course is really good. It's hard in places, but it all makes sense in the end, you know?
Uh-huh.
And being here is great. It's like, I know it's not the real world, but it's like being a proper grown-up without all the crap bits. You know what I mean?
Oh, yeah. I'm very familiar with the crap bits.
Well, that'll be Ian. Sorry, I've got to go to uni. I'll speak to you later.
Sure.
Yeah?
Later.
Saved by the bell.
So, how have you been?
Good.
Let's go with how's mum and dad.
So, how's mum and dad?
Okay, I guess.
You guess? When was the last time you talked to them?
Well, last week, sometime. I think.
You think?
Right, that'll be in. Look, I've got to go to uni.
That's okay. You go. We'll catch up later.
There you are. We're gonna be late.
Sorry.
What are you doing up there? Or should that be who?
I was just talking.
Oh, yeah.
To my sister?
Oh. Is she hot?
Don't even think about it or I'll hurt you.
Listen, you can try, yeah? But my granddad learned Kung Fu from Bruce Lee. And then he taught me.
Oh, Bruce Lee?
No. My granddad. Come on, we gotta go.
Okay.
Late for uni.
Day 1.
Ben and Jerry's room.
Wednesday, 8:34. Location: Ben and Jenny's room.
Morning, Ray. So, Zach. He was a fun way to spend a few hours. I know. We heard. Thin walls. Sorry. It's okay. That's why the speakers are above the bed, in case we have to drown out any wildlife. Really? Now I am sorry. No, I'm kidding. What's up anyway? Well, I was just seeing Zach out and Oh, let me guess. Your door slammed shut on you? Again? Yeah. You got the spare? Sure.
Ooh.
No. Nope. Ah, here we go. Can't have you heading off to uni dressed like that now, can we? Oh, I don't know. You don't think it'd be appreciated?
I think you need shoes.
Go get dressed, you hussy. Love you. Yeah.
Oh, okay. So Jenny has a spare key to Raquel's room. Excellent, 43. Now we can see what lurks behind the lady's door. Good.
Smoke damage.
Good, 43. Okay. Now you can watch any events that took place in here.
What's that? Pregnancy test. Ooh. Camera. Old school camera. Oh, art! Ooh, love it. We hope this helps you remember our beautiful daughter. With Pamela and James. Fine art exhibit. Weird, creepy baby doll. Beautiful art. Beautiful art. Prof J, don't forget how many pieces? 8. Finishing touches. Jeff, just call me Jeff. I know. Okay. Village in shock. Girl 7 killed in a road accident. Oh, I'm wondering if that was a friend. The one that the parents said to remember. Photography 101. Some sketches. Luckily it didn't burn. Okay. Kitchen event.
Day 1, Wednesday, 9:01. Location: kitchen.
Sorry. You ready? Yep. Let's go. You two off? We are. Uni.
What are you doing Friday?
Oh, yeah. We're having a house party here on Friday.
Oh, I don't know.
You can't just sit in your room.
But I don't have anything to wear.
You don't need it. Ray and I will be dressing up, but no one else will. But there's got to be something you can borrow from us.
I'm not gonna fit into anything either of you two own.
We'll figure something out once we get back tonight. Yeah, we'll sort it. We gotta go. Yeah. See you tonight.
See you both later.
Nothing to wear.
Day 1, Wednesday, 9:32. Location, Linda's room.
Hi.
Oh, yeah.
What's in the box?
Well, that's what I wanted to show you. You said you didn't have anything to wear to the party?
Yeah. Didn't really have much time to grab anything besides my work clothes, some jeans and tops for lounging round in.
Well, there's some dresses and stuff in there. Might fit.
I'm a little scared to ask, but are they yours?
No. Oh, no! They're my mum's. She won't. She doesn't need them anymore.
Oh, I can't.
Yes, she can. I was just gonna throw them out, but she'll be glad someone's getting some use out of them.
Okay, I'll take a look.
Good. They might need some work, but I'm sure Jenny and Raquel can help you spruce them up a bit.
Thank you.
No problem. Now, if you'll excuse me, I've got a date with some reality TV.
Okay, enjoy.
A dress for Cinderella. Why is that one in blue? Those ones are red.
Day 1, Wednesday, 10:30. Location, living room.
Don't be an idiot.
Busy putting the world to rights.
Daytime TV annoys me so much. That's probably why I like it. Are you off?
Just thought I'd go for a walk.
Well, if you go left at the main road, there's a post office and a couple shops. Go right and there's a 24-hour garage.
Well, I wasn't looking for anything in particular. Just fancied a wander to get my bearings.
Sure thing. You got your phone on you? Give us a ring if you get lost.
Oh, thanks, Dad. See you in a bit.
See you.
Okay. Going for a walk.
Day 1, Wednesday, 10:35. Location, basement.
He's acting real dodge, I have to say. Sneaky, sneaky, indeed. Hidden room.
Day 1, Wednesday, 11:04. Location, hidden room.
Well, that's clearly a boarded up doorway. Can you grab that hammer and smash the wall, or is that a little bit too distracting?
Report not yet available. Day 1, Wednesday, 1802. Location, Raquel's room.
Um, 48. Mm-hmm. Short, 19-ish. Okay then.
So, can I move again?
Oh yeah. All done.
Good. I was beginning to feel like a Christmas tree.
Ooh, that's a good idea. Where do we put the tinsel? And the baubles? We're not sticking baubles on her. Tinsel? No.
You two are nuts.
Why, thank you. We try our best.
What happened to Tom's mum? How did you two meet?
So, these clothes are Tom's mum's?
Yeah.
Is she...
Dead? Oh, no. She's in a care home. A mess. Quite bad from what Tom says.
Oh, that's awful.
Yeah. She used to be a photographer. Bloody good one, too. Now she can't even hold a camera steady.
Is there anything I can do?
Pay rent. Tom's always short on cash. That's why he does all the repairs and stuff himself. And that's why there's a certain builder's yard aesthetic to the house.
And a pool table in the basement?
Yeah, that too. It's a bit weird, but if it makes Tom happy, why not? Plus, it helps us practice our hustling skills. And she does need the practice. Hey!
A little fixer-upper.
How did you two meet in the first place?
Oh, wow, it was nearly 3 years ago? Fresh as wheat, wasn't it? It was. So, we were drunk.
Naturally.
In some dingy nightclub. The Banshee. Oh, yeah. So, we met, we danced, and then we went back to my place.
Wait a minute. You two...
Oh, no. Not in the end. Though that was definitely my intention. Oh, you say the sweetest things.
So what happened?
We just ended up talking.
Must have been some talk.
We both seen death up close when we were really young. I watched my mum die when I was 8. Cancer. And I saw my best friend get run over when I was 7.
Oh my god, that's horrible. I'm so sorry.
It's okay. It was a long time ago. Yeah. There's been lots of therapy and drugs since then. But it was nice to meet someone who understood. And I figured a new best friend was better than a one-night stand.
Aww. I bet it'd have been good, though.
You're doing great.
So we can't see the hidden room because we don't know where the hidden room is.
Day 1, Wednesday, 21:31. Location, Ben and Jenny's room.
Is someone there?
Okay, that's really creepy. She can see us?
some sleep.
Ooh.
That seemed a little odd to me, 43.
Small white pulsing dot in the center timeline indicates the last event that was selected. And that's the last one that was changed, I guess.
Day 1, Wednesday.
I'm guessing not changing everything will do
23:15.
anything. Let's see what happens after this first day. Ow. Clank. Not the good kind of clank.
Balls.
Thought I heard someone skulking around in there.
Sorry about that.
That's okay. I wasn't asleep or anything.
How's she doing?
No change, really. But anyway, distract me. What's going on with you?
She's not in your secret room, is she?
You look
Because
like
that would be
crap.
weird.
Thanks. Well, it's mostly just the usual.
So, long hours dealing with hypochondriacs, drunks, and people who accidentally sat on Coke bottles and now can't get them out.
Yeah.
There's not enough money, not enough staff, the government's trying to privatize you by the back door, and generally, just don't feel like you're making actual difference.
I couldn't have put it better myself.
Oh, you have done. Frequently. Though you use longer words.
Okay. Well, this time there's an extra cherry on top.
Mm-hmm. Go on.
Remember a few months back, I talked about, working overseas?
One of those places that send doctors into war zones.
Yeah, well, it's not just war zones, but... Well, yeah. Anyway, I applied. I never thought I'd get anywhere, but... I just got an offer.
Whoa, that's great. Or is it?
I mean, it's what I really want to do, and I think I could actually help people. But...
Jen.
Yeah. She can't exactly come with me to, Somalia or Afghanistan, can she?
How long is it for?
9 to 12 months. Minimum.
So, what are you gonna do?
I don't know.
Drink? Pool?
Why not?
Late night chat. So is that changed by the post thing? If we change the post, do we not get that chat? Interesting. I don't know.
Day 1, Wednesday, 23:31. Location, Hacked Landing.
Just before bedtime.
Day 1, Wednesday, 23:32. Location,
Hey, can I come in?
Sure.
Sorry, I just wanted to check if you were okay.
Oh, this is nothing. 1 part melancholy, 2 parts nostalgia. And about 1.5 parts of Merlot.
And one annoying little brother.
Oh, you weren't annoying. Well, okay. You were, at times. But it was always a nice annoying.
Oh, nice annoying. I'll have to stick that on my CV. You want to talk about it?
Yeah. Yeah, I do. But not now.
That's okay. Pass the ball then.
Sure. I don't like it.
I don't know. Where it tastes awful after you've cleaned your teeth.
We'll give it back then. Don't want to waste it.
Okay. Let's see if anything changed. Conclusion event. Shows the current status of the mission, individual bios, highlighting the control. Central hexagon will display the current mission status. Moving to the outer ring of hexagons that are around it will show the current bio feature the highlighted characters in turn. Both the mission statement and the individual bios will change based on the current settings of the timeline. To actually watch the conclusion event, again select one of the characters and you'll be returned to the house as if you had selected a normal event. When all the characters appear in the conclusion event, the one you selected will become the target for your visualizer. Okay. Conclusion event on 154. Lancashire Emergency Services report multiple phone calls about a fire. They've responded pretty quick, and paramedics were to be alerted and dispatched. Fire services arrived like 8 minutes later, quickly set up a perimeter, breached property at 154. While initially intense, the fire was limited to the main hall and landing areas and was extinguished quickly. Smoke damage, however, was extensive. The source appeared to be an electronic fault in the consumer unit. Told you. Fortunately, all occupants of the house died during the fire, with primary cause appearing to be smoke inhalation. Also told you. Their bodies removed and taken to St Agnes Hospital for better examination post-mortem. Okay. Jennifer. A third year of a mathematics degree. First year of my mathematics. Okay, son. 1985. 1986. Interesting. So late to university. Chemistry degree, dropped out in third year. Third year of an art degree. Medical internal foundation training.
Ben, status, deceased. Day 8, Wednesday, 0154. Location, Ben and Jenny's room. Day 2, Thursday, 01:15. Location, pool room.
I'm gonna do it.
No, don't do it.
She was great.
No, she wasn't. She was mental.
But the sex was fucking fantastic.
Yeah, of course it was. She was mental.
She was gorgeous as well.
Look, I'll give you that. But mate, she almost killed you.
That was an accident.
She cut you with a knife just so she could lick the blood off.
Didn't feel a thing.
Neither does she. That's the problem.
Don't you want me to be happy?
Of course I do. That's what I'm saying. Don't do it.
Shit. You're right. What was I thinking?
Thank fuck. Good decision, mate. Bloody good decision.
You were worried about me.
Yeah, of course I was. You are me mate.
Texting works. Ooh, we've now got some potentials. I just need to have a quick break. So we're going to pause here, and I'm back in a few. Some options. Ben and Jerry's room.
Day 2, Thursday, 07:45. Location, Ben and Jenny's room.
Nice back.
You enjoying yourself over there?
What? Relaxing in bed watching you get dressed?
Yeah.
Well, it'd be better if you were getting undressed.
I've got to go to work.
But I'm lonely.
Oh, that reminds me, I was having a drink with Tom last night.
Mm-hmm.
And I only just stopped him drunk texting Miranda.
Oh, God, no.
Yeah, so if you could just...
Make sure he doesn't try again. I'll do my best. Though, it'll cost you.
Okay. What's the price tag?
Oh, not much. Just a night in front of the TV. With all my favourite doctors.
Do I have to?
Just a little bit of quality time.
For you, maybe.
Exactly. Love you.
Doesn't show.
He almost texted her.
Day 2, Thursday, 08:32. Location, landing.
Are you okay in there?
I see there's a queue.
I think I might just go for a pee in the yard. She gonna be alright?
Keep quiet or I'll hurt you.
Yeah, she went a bit hard on the Vino Collapso last night. Might be a while.
Tom really needs to fit another toilet in this place.
Yeah. Yeah, he really does. Shit.
Hi, Leaky. Did you get ice cream?
Yeah, she'll be okay. But if you want to be okay, best you don't mention this to anyone.
What do you mean?
I mean, You weren't here. You didn't hear anything. This didn't happen. Okay?
Whoa, yeah, all right.
That was weird. I don't know why we said that like that, but you didn't in the end? Because they didn't have any, or?
Tom! The bloody electric's gone again.
Okay, I'm on it. I've got to get this sorted.
It's reminded me a little of that game that where we tracked what happened to the kid that disappeared. You just didn't feel like it when you got there. Okay, fair enough.
Day 2, Thursday, 09.
30.
You okay down there?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
The house isn't gonna blow up.
No, pretty sure of that. Been a few odd power surges, but I'm just checking the electrics now.
How did you learn all this?
My dad, he was a jack of all trades. Builder, plumber, electrician.
That's what freezers are for, so you got it for
While
later.
the other kids were playing football, he was teaching me how to fix washing machines.
That sounds cool. Wish mine had done that.
Yeah, well, wish mine had gone a bit easier on the fried food. Then he'd be here, and he could fix this instead of me.
I don't know what the alternate is. You know, there's the text the X. If we texted the X, then that would have been different. Got a secret room we can't get to.
Day 2, Thursday, 1604. Location, landing.
What you doing?
Oh, hi. Nothing. Just thought I heard something.
Must have been the rats.
The what?
Oh, you know, the rats. The rats in the walls.
I hate you.
I know.
So, we're gonna do this then?
It's for his own good.
Yeah. Yeah, it is.
Plus, it'll be fun.
That's beside the point.
To you, maybe.
It's the second time she's maybe heard us.
Day 2, Thursday, 1606. Location, Tom's room.
Here he is.
Yeah? What's up?
You're an idiot.
What have I done?
Oh, let's see. Last night,
Alcohol, mobile phone,
Miranda.
Look, I can explain.
You were drunk. You were lonely.
You're an idiot.
But I guess I don't need to.
Look, we can understand the booty call.
That's how me and Ben first got together.
Oh, it was, wasn't it?
Yeah. Yeah, so we can understand that.
Not bloody Miranda.
It's not that bad.
You need examples. She cut up all your clothes when you had to look after your mum for 2 days.
She kept letting herself into the house with keys that you'd never given her. You had to change the locks after you broke up.
Okay, the breakup wasn't great.
And the relationship? She wouldn't let you go anywhere without her.
Though it was okay for her to leave you tied to the bed for a whole day.
She wanted to try S&M.
Let me guess, you were the M. And did she tell you before she started?
No. The first thing I knew about it was when she stuck
Let me
up...
just stop you there. The reason we're here is not to tell you how dumb getting back together with Miranda would be.
Though it is kind of fun.
But to remind you of the party on Friday.
I know. Where we will be coupled up and having a great time.
To which we have invited all our single friends.
Ah.
So, if you can just avoid getting chained to a piece of furniture by your psychotic ex-girlfriend,
then you might meet someone nice.
Maybe
someone
that's just in the
normal,
hidden room.
someone sane for a change.
You have an escape plan.
Day 2, Thursday, 1703. Location, kitchen.
Yeah, I know. It's hard to say. No, wait. A week. 2 tops. But I don't have that kind of money, so you either wait or we both get nothing. Good. Great. Wonderful. Just wonderful.
Hi.
Oh, hi.
Is this weekend still okay?
This weekend.
My son staying over?
Oh, yeah, that's fine, yeah. I'm just trying to remember if there's a mattress for the foldaway.
Oh, don't worry about it. Kieran can have my bed. I'll take the sofa.
Ah, cool.
Oh, yeah. I was gonna nip out to the yard for a smoke, but there don't seem to be a key.
It's usually on the nail by the back door. But I keep a spare stuck to the back of that wooden doll over there.
Okay. I've got to ask, but what the hell is it? And is it gonna come to life and murder us all in the night?
No, we should be safe. My dad made the freaky little thing out of some driftwood years ago. He always needed something to work on, even when it wasn't working.
Well, at least it'll be hard to forget where the key is.
Yeah, that was kind of my fault as well.
So, there is a spare key for the back door, 43.
Yep.
Ah, good. Now you should be able to get outside. Looks like the signal's rather low outside, 43. You're gonna need another booster out there. Okay, I have marked a spot. You should be able to see it now.
I see rubbish in the bin. It's where rubbish is supposed to be. I'm getting Forest Grove, St. Mary's, lots of good vibes from this game. I kind of want to affect the ending.
Okay, readings are good and the field is stable, 43. You should now be able to witness any event that took place here in the great outdoors. The open sky, the fresh air, and, yes, cigarette butts.
And a dandelion.
Enjoy,
Just one.
43.
some friend
I
you
don't know, Leaky.
What have I done now?
Telling everyone about me getting drunk. And Miranda.
Well, do you want to get back with her?
Last night, when I was drunk, maybe. Now I'm sober, no fucking chance.
Okay then. And am I here all the time?
Well, no, because you got to go to work.
So having a few other people around who can help you not make a mistake is good, right?
I suppose.
So what did they do?
Well, they called me an idiot, and then they said that they'd invite their single friends over to the party on Friday.
Okay. So why are you complaining again?
Because I'm an idiot.
This is one going to be called I'm an Idiot. You've got a big mouth. No.
Day 2, Thursday, 1902. Location, Raquel's room.
Oh, hiya.
Aye, I just found the clothes. They're amazing. Thank you.
Oh, it was our pleasure.
There must have been so much work.
Oh, not really. Anyway, think of it as a housewarming gift.
Thanks. Is Jenny around? I wanted to thank her as well.
She is, but she's just managed to persuade the doc to a night in front of the telly.
Got you. I'll thank her tomorrow. So, what's going on here then?
I'm choosing pieces for the graduation showcase.
Is this one?
No. No, it's not.
So it's not some conceptual art piece about the loss of innocence or something?
Not intentionally, no. I was holding her when I saw my friend Megan get hit by a car.
God, oh God, I am so sorry.
It's okay. It was a long time ago.
God, okay, right. That's enough foot-in-mouth disease for one day. I think I'm gonna leave you in peace.
How come you're so clued up on conceptual art anyway?
Oh, they used to show all these open university programmes on TV late at night. Came in handy when I had to feed Kieran at 3 AM and I was trying to stay awake.
Some of the clothes. Lounging around having a snack. Yeah, I mean, that also works.
Day 2, Thursday, 1930. Location, living room.
That's not what happens.
Hey, relaxing evening in front of the telly, remember?
Trying, but your medical drama is butchering my profession.
Shh! Or you're going to be a medical drama.
Hey, what are you watching?
The Butchery channel.
Hey, Doc. Anything exciting in your mail this morning?
Ah.
Maybe.
It hinges on this.
It was a job offer.
Congratulations, man.
What job offer?
It's for a medical organisation. They're looking for doctors to work overseas in frontline clinics.
You didn't tell me you'd applied.
Sorry.
A lot hinging on that mail.
Sorry about that, pal.
No, it's not your fault.
Why Jesse's on my channel? Hello, Jesse. What did you get for your present that you were opening? I missed that part. I heard your stream up, but hard to stream and watch at the same time.
Day 2, Thursday, 1935. Location, Ben and Jenny's room.
Oh, I asked what your present was.
Jen.
Were you actually going to tell me?
Of course I
missed
was.
that bit of the stream.
Or were you just going to pack your bags and leave a note?
God, no.
When did you apply?
It was months ago. Tail end of last summer. We had a guest speaker in, and that's what he talked about. Didn't think much of it at the time, except it got me off the ward for an hour.
But you still applied.
Well, yeah, but it wasn't
It
serious.
feels pretty serious from where I am.
No, I
Okay.
mean, at the end of that rotation, we all got drunk, and, well, you know how it is. Overachieving doctors, egos fueled with testosterone and tequila. We saw it as a competition, so we all drunkenly dared each other to apply, just to see who'd make it.
So you're not going off to some war zone?
No, I'm not going off to some war zone.
Good.
Day 2, Thursday, 20:03. Location, Neil's room.
I've just been talking to Mum.
Oh, how is she?
She's fine, but you could just pick up a phone and ask her yourself.
What I do?
She said she hasn't spoken to you in weeks.
Well, I can't help it if she doesn't answer when I ring.
She hasn't seen you since Christmas.
I've been busy.
What, too busy to see your mum?
Well, when was the last time you called your son?
I rang yesterday.
But you only spoke with Harry. You haven't talked to Kieran since Monday, have you?
How did you know that?
Because I talk to him pretty much every day, Linda.
Do you?
Yeah. We play online together. So we talk then.
How is he?
Well, he's confused. He's okay. He misses you. He doesn't know why you left. Why did you leave? Did Harry have an affair? Did
No,
you?
Nothing like that.
Well, what was it?
It was... I just felt... lost.
Yeah, well, what do you mean, lost?
I looked at my life and realised it had all just kind of happened to me.
Well, isn't that what life does, Linda?
Yeah, but you usually have some kind of say in where it goes. One hand on the steering wheel. But I hadn't. I look back and I hadn't chosen anything in the last 20 years. I didn't like my life, my house, my job, my friends, my husband.
Your child?
God, no. Kieran's the one thing in my life that is good. I just wish he wasn't the only thing.
So what are you gonna do?
I don't know. I came here to clear my head and think about what I want, but I'm still thinking.
Fair enough.
What are you going to tell Kieran?
I'll tell him that you're figuring things out. Just like the rest of us.
The next one.
Day 2, Thursday, 21:09. Look.
Headshot! That's 5-0.
Oh, I'm playing so shit tonight.
Yeah, you're usually Daniel Craig. Tonight you're just... George Lazenby.
And as usual, I have no idea what you're talking about.
Bond, man. James Bond.
Okay, whatever. Let's go out for a drink.
Really? What, now? We got uni in the morning.
Staying.
Well, you're probably right. Go on then. Fire up again.
Okay. I don't think you'll get back to Daniel Craig status tonight, but maybe you could hit, I don't know, Dalton?
Was that good?
Better than Lazenby. You ready?
Yeah.
Okay. Here we go.
Day 2, Thursday, 2332. Location, basement.
There's a hidden room in the basement we haven't figured out how to get into. I think we need a key for the wardrobe.
All done. What? Oh, hello.
Hi. Hi.
How long you been down here for?
Oh well. Why, can't a guy wander around his own house anymore?
Didn't mean it like that. It's just I've been down here for an hour and I didn't hear you.
That'll be my ninja training. No, I was sorting through some of my mama's old stuff and found some of her photographs. Just got lost in them.
They sound nice. I'd love to see them, but not right now. It's a bit late.
Yeah. Yeah, no, it is getting on a bit.
Though I will say, I don't think you're much of a ninja.
Oh, really? Why is that then?
Well, you didn't hear me either, and I had the tumble dryer on.
Well, I never said I finished my training now, did I?
No? I guess you didn't.
There's something to do with this wardrobe. Because there's a hidden something behind it. But we haven't yet found out where the key is. And there's also a combination lock.
Day 3, Friday, 0124. Location, Ben and Jenny's
You
room.
can see there was a room here. There's also a location, a padlock, a combination. Oh, hello. Brian's got the guitar moved. Oops. Oops, was that us?
No, get up. Ben, get up, get out.
Hey, Jen. Hey.
What?
Hey there.
She might be a bit psychic.
It's just a nightmare.
There you are.
Yeah, here I am.
Maybe she can
were
see your
leaving me.
timelines.
I'm not leaving you.
Like Mum left me.
Jen?
It's a third event where she's been like vaguely psychic. Oh, that's not connected. Okay.
Day 3, Friday.
We can't do either of those for some reason.
Morning, Ray. How you doing? I think I'm coming down with something, so I wouldn't get too close. Got you a present. Okay. But I'm not sure you're gonna like it. Doesn't sound like much of a present. Well, there's things you want, and then there's things you need. This is more need. I'm not pregnant. Yesterday morning, you were throwing up. That was the chicken. It wasn't cooked properly. You're feeling nauseous right now? That's the flu. And this conversation. And your boobs are getting bigger. That's... Wait, what? You're keeping track of the size of my breasts? No, not really. I just kind of know how big they are. And these are definitely bigger.
Take test.
They're a little sore too. Thought they might be. Shit. Shit. What do I do? Well, before we panic or think or do anything else, you need to pee on a stick. And you? I'm staying to hold your hand. What? While I pee? Whatever you need. I've just been. Okay then, you get dressed while I put the kettle on. Couple of pints of tea inside you and we can get this party started.
Those kind of things can be subtly noticeable, yet I don't tend to go around staring at my friend's boobs. But then Raquel is by pan something by the previous informations, so you know, more likely. I don't know why these two I can't.
Day 3, Friday.
Ugh, how much longer? Almost done. This is
The
the
test won't be in
longest
Raquel's room anymore
fucking
then.
5 minutes of my life. Whoa there, sailor. Kiss your dad with that mouth. I don't like pregnancy tests. And anyway, who's talking? Qui? Moi? I don't want to look. Well, I can just throw it away. Okay. Okay. I so need a drink right now. But this is telling me I can't. That could be tricky. What? Well, we are having a party here tonight. Oh, shit. Shit, right. Okay. This is on hold. We do not think about this. This did not happen. We get through the party, then we worry about this.
Okie dokie, Mon Capitan. 24 hours of pretend blissful ignorance. And we better get to uni.
And a pregnancy test.
Day 3, Friday. 2000 hours. Location, dining room.
Dr. Sexy MD, you'll do.
Why, thank you.
Nice, neat, clean. We even ironed, huh?
Yep.
Bet that took a while.
Yeah. Hey, is there any way to fix a burnt shirt?
It depends.
A new one.
I'll have a look tomorrow for you. Okay. Go.
And where do you want me?
Tease.
That's amazing.
Get me a drink, wench.
Aye, Captain.
That's so amazing.
Get the stuff these days.
We have a new friend.
Day 3, Friday. 2002. Location, hall.
Hey, where the white women are?
That's a little offensive.
Huh? It's from Blazing Saddles.
Blazing Saddles?
Where? Have you never seen Blazing Saddles?
No.
Oh man, I'll bring it down next time. You gotta see it. My great uncle Laddie was in it.
Really?
Yeah. He met Mel Brooks at a party, didn't he? And they got on so well that Mel put him in the movie. Only as an extra, yeah. Didn't have any lines or nothing, but yeah, he's in it.
Wow.
No ladies yet?
No, just Jen, Ray, and my sister.
Ah, yeah. Linda. Nice.
You lay a finger on my sister and I'll snap it off.
Okay. No fingers. Gotcha.
He didn't promise not to lay anything else on her.
Day 3, Friday, 20:03. Location.
Shit.
Great.
Day 3,
So, how do I look?
Oh, delicious.
Thanks.
Wow. Are those my mom's clothes?
They sure are. With a little bit of thread and tinsel.
Looks good.
You call that a compliment? No wonder you're single.
Sorry. You look great. Really nice.
Thanks.
See? That wasn't too hard.
Okay.
You look nice.
Thanks. Wasn't sure I still had it in me.
Jenny, you can let go now. Oh, sorry. Just had a weird feeling of deja vu. Oh, that's strange, because you handing me a drink has never happened before. Ever. Yeah, you're right. Oh, sorry. You can have this, but it's only orange juice.
Really? I thought this was a party.
Bit of a headache.
That's okay. I'm sure we can drink your share.
Stay sober.
Actually, I think I'm gonna join Jenny on the soft drinks.
Really?
Yeah, my son's over tomorrow. Probably best if I wasn't hungover.
Not even a little drink?
Is there such a thing?
Nah. All the more for me then.
Right. Well, back in a minute.
Day 3, Friday, 20:40. Location, dining
Whoa,
room.
Ian right in my face.
So that is how I ended up going to the chippy in a tank.
Wow. I almost can't believe it.
Yeah, you almost can't believe that.
I know, right?
Yeah, that's a great story.
Well, listen, yeah, the thing is, yeah, the night is still young and I've got 4 numbers to collect. Come on, let's go meet the ladies.
Kind of waiting for Emily.
Come on, Ice. Maverick needs a wingman.
What?
Top Gun, man.
Yeah.
You do realise I only really understand about 1 word in 3 you say, right?
I understood. Hey, Maverick, you could always stay here and tell me about your great big plane.
You know what? I got pictures of my great big plane.
I bet you have.
You got any pictures of your husband?
What are you talking about? Kelly McGillis ain't married in Top Gun. Anyway, Linda, it's been lovely talking to you.
Yes, lovely talking to you too.
Come on, Neil. Once Emily turns up, we'll bail out.
Okay.
Did I ever tell you about my great-granddad? He flew Spitfires in the war.
Very mate. Could have just called it Top Gun.
Day 3, Friday, 2043. Location, living room.
Sharon, Holly, and Neil.
Come here. Come here. That was pretty shitty what you did back there.
What?
Got any pictures of your husband? Not cool, man.
Well, she is married.
It's a party, man. She's allowed to talk to people. It wasn't even anything. She was being Kelly McGillis and I was being Tom Cruise. Do you know how often I get to be Tom Cruise?
I don't know.
Nowhere near enough, I tell you. I was enjoying it, man. She was enjoying it. And then you go and guilt trip her.
Yeah, you're right. That was pretty shitty.
And listen, if her marriage is really in trouble, do you think guilt tripping her is gonna help?
No. No, it's not. I'll apologise to her in a bit.
Good. Right now, though, I see some honeys on the horizon. Hey, babe, why don't you talk to me instead? I'm your suntan Superman.
You're not cool, man.
Day 3, Friday, 2103. Location, Hall.
Come in. Come in.
Thanks.
I'm Tom.
Emily.
So, are you a friend of Jenny's or Raquel's?
Oh no, I'm looking for Neil.
Oh, okay. Yeah. I think he's this way.
Hi, Neil.
Hi, Emily. Now you found the place, then?
Yeah. Hi, Ian.
All right.
Well, leave you to it then.
Thanks.
That was Tom. He's the landlord.
Oh, okay.
You fancy a game of pool?
Yeah, we're okay. But I don't really know how to play.
Well, we can fix that. Did you get Em a drink?
Sure. What's your poison?
Cider, if you've got it. Or white wine. Anything, really.
I'll see what I can find. See you downstairs?
Thanks.
No choice in a while. Backyard. It wasn't raining.
Hi, Jenny. What are you doing out here?
Oh, hi Ian. I was...
What?
oh, it's gonna sound weird.
Jenny. It's me, King of the Weird.
Okay. I thought I saw someone out here.
Oh, yeah? Who?
My mum.
Oh, I didn't know you invited her.
I would if I
She's
could.
dead.
She died when I was 8.
Oh, right. I see my granddad too sometimes.
Really?
Yeah. Yeah, he's usually standing there just like watching me with a great big grin on his face.
What happened to him?
He used to be so active. Even in his 60s, he still loved walking and playing cricket on Sundays. Then there was like this accident, and he ended up in a wheelchair. No more walking or playing.
I'm sorry.
Every day I'd go see him, and every day he'd ask me to tell him about my adventures. I mean, my adventures, right? You know what I mean? Like double French, PE, and social studies. They weren't going to cut it, so after a while I started to add little bits, you know what I mean? When we moved to a new school, I told him we all had to put on a special hat, and in a big ceremony we were sorted into different houses. I told him how strange the teachers were, how the school was haunted, and how we all used to compete to score points for our house.
Oh, okay.
And then one bank holiday, I had to go away for the whole long weekend. And when we came back, I rushed around to see him, and when he asked what I'd been up to, I just started telling him about how me and my friends found this alien who'd been left behind by this spaceship, and how we saved him from the government, and how we helped him get home.
What did he say to that?
He had the biggest smile on his face since he scored a century. So after that, I just told him the biggest tales that I could. We travelled to the moon in search of cheese. We found evil clowns who lived in the sewers, and then
Wallace and Gromit.
2 years ago, he passed away.
And it.
Oh God, I'm sorry.
It's okay. It was his time, you know. And he went with a smile on his face. So yeah, when I see him, I know he's not really there. I know I'm just telling myself a story, and I'm okay with that. You get me?
I think I finally might be. Yeah.
Listen, don't spread it around. Won't want to get a reputation for being all dark and moody. That just attracts the wrong kind of
He's an
chiquitas.
ass, but a big softie.
Wouldn't dream of it. Shall we venture back?
Yeah. Yeah. I'll be there in a minute.
Okay. See you inside.
That was sweet of him not to call her crazy. She probably is still seeing her mum, to be fair.
I miss you, Baba.
Wouldn't surprise me if time's broken. Weird.
Day 3, Friday, 21:20. Location, living room.
Weasel? Tom and Claire.
Hi,
Hiya.
Tom.
Claire.
You a friend of Raquel or Jenny?
Neither.
Neil?
No. My boyfriend's on the same course as Jenny.
Your boyfriend?
He's a bit late. He had to shower after the rugby.
Ah, playing or watching?
Playing. Why would he need a shower if he was watching?
Ah, yes. Right you are. You wouldn't. I'm out. You want anything?
No, I'm good.
Okay. Yeah, we're simple friends.
Smooth, Tank. Real smooth.
What are you doing now?
I just wanted to say hello.
Oh, you sent?
And have a chat.
Not here. Backyard.
Fine with me.
Day 3, Friday, 21:23. Location, kitchen.
Okay, I'm a little confused.
What's up?
Well, while I totally love my costume, I can't help noticing
That we're the only ones wearing them?
Yeah.
Oh, it's just something we do.
Started as an accident, really.
Yeah. It was a uni night out ages ago. Just a bit of a pub crawl on the way to the club, and somehow I thought it was fancy dress.
And so did I. The posters were misleading.
Who did you go as?
Supergirl. Mid-transformation. So just really smart clothes, glasses, my shirt unbuttoned to reveal my t-shirt with the logo on.
Nice.
So I'm standing at the bar feeling pretty embarrassed. And I'm just starting to do up my buttons when Mary Poppins here comes up to me and says, "You shouldn't have to hide who you really are."
Oh. Wait, you were Mary Poppins?
Yeah, I was going through a bit of a Lolita goth phase, so I just toned it down a bit, added a white shirt, bow tie, hat, and that all-important umbrella.
Yeah, can't do it without the umbrella. So, who am I meant to be? A buxom barmaid from ye olde tavern?
I was thinking mysterious gypsy fortune teller. I was going more along the lines of sexy pirate queen.
Yeah.
But it's up to you, really. Decide what you want to be and be it. Or,
Sexy
you
pirate
know,
queen probably needs a
just
sword.
be you in some fancy clothes.
Live your best life.
Day 3, Friday, 21:25. Location, pool room.
Of course, the old teach them pool trick.
So you put your hand there, you lean down, okay, you line it up,
Yeah.
and then, keeping it relaxed, you slide it firmly along your hand.
Oh.
So that's your basic stroke. Now, if you're up for it, I'll show you a few more advanced techniques.
Yes, please.
Neil! Neil!
What?
Listen, there's a really weird guy at this party.
Well, besides you?
No, weird as in dodgy. Like he just walked out of a Guy Ritchie movie.
And what's he doing?
Well, he took Tom out into the backyard. It doesn't look very friendly.
Maybe you'd better just check.
You'll be okay down here?
Yeah, I'll just play by myself for a bit.
Let's get this over with.
Okay, let's go.
Day 3, Friday, 21:30. Location, backyard.
So how's it going, Tank?
Well, it was going all right till you showed your face.
Ah, that's nice. But you know that ain't what I meant.
Yeah, I know, but it's the same answer I gave you yesterday.
Well, you know, time is ticking and we've all got debts to pay.
Look.
You okay, Tom?
Oh, yeah. Tank and I are old mates and we were just having a chat, weren't we, Tank?
Yeah.
I'll be going now. Let you guys get back to your party. I'll see you soon, Tank. Ta-ra.
Who the hell was that prick?
No one you want to know. Look, thanks for that, but if you see him again, watch out.
You better watch out if he shows his face here again.
Why'd he call you Tank?
Just a stupid nickname. Tom, Thomas, Tank and Jim, Tank.
He doesn't strike me as a fan of children's books.
Oh, he's not.
We've got some that aren't connected. Some that we can't do because of what we've changed. They're all still dead. We've not changed anything enough.
Day 3, Friday, 22:34. Location, living room.
Hey mate, how you doing?
I'm gonna die alone, but I've got vodka.
Okay, you seen Jenny?
That way, I think.
Cheers, mate. Back in a bit.
Okay.
Are you the stripper?
Yeah, come on, get him off.
I'm not a stripper.
So why are you dressed as a doctor then?
Because I'm an actual doctor?
Ooh, like a gynecologist. Hey, I've got something for you to take a look
No,
at.
not like
So what's
a
an actual doctor doing here then?
Me. Or he will be in a minute.
I live
Put
here.
him down. You don't know where he's been.
Oh, all right, Jenny. Is he yours?
Yeah, he is. Can I have him back?
Oh, all right. If you ever get bored with him, let me know. Bye.
I will.
Please don't get bored with me.
Okay, we'll do a little bit more, but it's getting late.
Day
So we can
3,
finish this,
Friday.
finish this day.
Found him.
Hiya.
Hi. You only just finished work?
Yeah, and I need to catch up. Do you mind?
Sure, but
I'll make us both one in a sec. Okay, that was a little unsatisfying.
I tried to tell you. A bit of a headache, so I'm on the orange juice.
Oh, sorry. I'll get you another one, and I'll make one for myself with just a bit more pep. Shit.
What's wrong?
Miranda!
Oh, fuck no.
I thought we didn't text Miranda.
Day 3, Friday. 22:40. Location, kitchen.
I think I need a drink.
Hi, sweetie.
Miranda? Miranda?
Miss me?
What are you doing there?
I've been thinking about you. About what we had. About how fun it was. And then I heard you were having a party. So I thought I'd come along.
Stalker warning!
About me too.
I am hard to forget.
Yeah.
So, have you been thinking bad thoughts?
Pretty bad. Yeah.
Shall we go back to your room? You can tell me all about them.
Ow! I just clicked my ankle.
I don't think so.
What?
Don't get me wrong. I still think you're sex on legs, but you're just too bloody mental.
Oh, puppy. You don't mean that.
I do, and you're a fucking psycho. Now get the hell out of my house.
You're lost, sweetie.
It's your loss.
Day 3, Friday.
How you doing, buddy?
We don't go into Tom's room
If I
because
can
we
just
don't
get enough
have
whiskey
sex.
inside me, I think I'll be fine.
We,
But we're drinking vodka.
we saw what happened.
Don't mix.
brilliant.
We'll end up real
No,
hungry.
no. What you did took willpower. We're all proud of you.
All I did was turn down sex on a plate.
No. It was more than that, and you know it. She was bad news.
Yeah, you're right. Yay me. Here's to sorting my life out one psycho at a time.
What? You've got more psychos waiting in the wings.
No, but it's only a matter of time till I get another one, isn't it?
In my expert medical opinion, I think you should take those happy thoughts and drown them with whiskey.
Sure thing, Doc.
Also getting a little bit of quarry vibes, I have to say. That's harsh. But yeah, so we don't get dining room event because we said no. We don't get Tom room event because we said no. We don't get dining room events because we said no. Okay, interesting. So that shows exactly what's affected it. I should have been paying more attention, I guess.
Day 3, Friday, 23:04. Location, pool room.
So yeah, listen, yeah, then they managed to find this guy who had like the worst script ever, and alright, Linda?
Oh, hi.
What are you doing down here?
Oh, you know, just circulating. Hi, I'm Linda, Neil's sister.
Hi, I'm Emily.
Nice to meet you.
You too?
Listen, you want to join us, yeah? Shoot some pool with me.
No, thanks for the offer, but tonight I feel like a bit of a wander, really.
Okay, Charlie.
Well, I'll catch up with you all in a bit.
Neil, didn't you have something you wanted to talk to Linda about?
Can we just talk out there?
Yeah, sure.
Right, the script, yeah? You'll never guess what it was about.
Go on then, tell me.
Alright, thing is, it was like,
So what's up?
I'm really sorry about before. You know, the whole husband photograph thing. It was cheap and it was mean.
Let me explain a minute.
I forgive you because you're young and stupid.
Yeah, I guess I deserve that.
Yep.
Hey, we don't have to go. Stay and play some pool if you like.
No, it's okay. Wouldn't want to cramp your style. Good luck.
No, we're not playing seriously.
I wasn't talking about the pool game. Oh, young and stupid. Now, get back in there. I think she likes you. Go on.
Will do.
So, technically, yes, they are time echoes, I would probably say. We are Time Agent 43. We have been sent back in time to save 6 people that died in a fire that shouldn't have died. These 6 people at the top: Ben, Jenny, Neil, Linda, Tom, and Raquel. So far, we've been blithely altering the timeline. But we have yet to affect anyone's death. And I'm thinking I should end the stream soon. There's a lot of events. Just going through them once is going to take a while. So then we lock out a bunch of events that we don't
Day 3, Friday,
do because
23:15.
we change
Location,
time.
pool room.
Timey-wimey stuff, exactly.
Okay,
It's
step
very much
back.
timey-wimey.
Carmen, Vincent, it's time for Fast Eddie to clean up.
Do you know what he's talking
Best just to nod and say.
about? Uh-huh. He's Paul Newman from The Colour of Money, and you're Tom Cruise.
Oh, Jenny, have I ever told you I love you?
Yep. Every time I get one of your references.
You want to join us for a game?
Well, no, actually, I was looking for you.
Oh, what's up?
You, didn't let a bunch of guys into your room to play video games, did you?
No.
Well, there's a bunch of guys in there playing video games.
Damn, I thought I'd locked my door.
Do you want some backup, man?
Nah, we'll be fine. Keep playing her. I won't be long.
Timey-wimey stuff, secret rooms. So
You
there is
okay?
a secret room either in or behind that wardrobe, which we haven't managed to get into yet.
Fine. You stay here with Emily, is it? Yeah, that's me. Nice to meet you.
And we're
You
trying to
too.
figure out, you know,
Right. I better
relationships.
get back upstairs.
Jenny's
Wait.
pregnant.
So Vincent leaves the room, which means you get to be Maverick again.
Oh, Jenny, have I ever told you I love you?
Nah, never.
So Ian is Neil's friend. Emily is the girl he's crushing on. Jenny is pregnant. Her boyfriend is a doctor called Ben, assuming he's the dad. Linda is Neil's sister. She has a son called Kieran. Tom is the landlord. He inherited the house from his mum. who is in a care home, possibly. But he apparently like owes money and stuff. So
Day 3.
yeah,
Friday,
we're just trying to figure out what happened and how we save people.
Location, kitchen.
We haven't managed to yet, obviously. But we should probably finish up soon.
What's
I just
up?
want to
We're
finish
out
this
of
day.
tequila. So, we've got the salt, the limes, just no tequila.
Hey, what's up?
We're all out of happiness. She means tequila.
Tequila? Who drinks that?
I do. Otherwise, what excuse would I have to lick salt off people?
Oh, I'm sure you'd find one. Wait, licking salt off people?
Yeah.
How's that work?
Well, first you lick their neck, then you pour the salt on, lick the salt off, drink the tequila, and suck on the lime.
And then?
If it went well, you start working your way down.
Oh, you're incorrigible.
I am. And my sex life is in the balance here, so I need to go buy some. You come in?
Yeah, but just to protect any policemen you might bump into on the way.
Policemen. Police women.
I think I'll come too.
Yes, please. Any help holding her back would be great.
But yeah, so we can't actually just stop the fire because the fire is how they died. We have to alter the past to prevent them from either being there or being in the fire. And as I said, we've not yet managed to do that, but we've got one event left
Day
for
3,
today.
Friday, 23:45. Location, dining room.
Vic.
So, what did she say?
Said in all her years you've never seen one that shape before.
Oh, that's so bad.
I know, I'm pretty bad.
Hey, let me find you. I thought you'd be gone.
Sorry, I needed a drink and then I bumped into Beck.
Hi, Sky, how are you?
But do you want to go back downstairs and play some pool?
Yeah, in a bit. I just want to enjoy the rest of the party for a while.
But I thought you
We've
were
got
enjoying
7
yourself.
days before the fire
I am,
to alter.
but right now, I want to dance.
Hey, well, why don't we go out?
Have a day off, mate. She just said
Hey,
she's fine here.
I can talk for myself.
I think you better take that hand away, mate.
You can do better, little man.
Oh,
Neil!
Oh, what's the
Vic,
point?
are you okay?
Are you alright, mate? Hey, you don't need to be
Well, you
doing
put
this.
his hand on me,
What is the
so
point? Get him out of here. Now.
Yeah, well, I didn't mean to knock him
no,
out.
listen, mate. You need to show up, right? Get out. Who do you think you are?
Get
Rocky or
off me.
something? What, you Apollo Creed?
Oh, that went well. How do we fix that? But yeah, so anything with a question mark we can't see because we've not got a connection for it. But events downstream of the timeline do affect. They're all still dead though. And we can go
Time,
back. And
status, deceased.
Oh.
Day 8, Wednesday, 01:54.
It's in the
Location,
basement.
basement.
That explains why the phone's down.
You have one message.
Oh.
Vic! Answer your phone. Answer your phone, my mate. Don't be dodging my calls now. No, you're not trying to hide from me, are you? Because I know where you fucking live, remember? Eh? Now, where is my fucking money? Tanky tank. The fat controller's getting hungry.
Okay, didn't expect that. But yeah, conclusion event, Tom. But yeah, there's some sort of thing. So yeah, the fire's going on. Everyone pretty much died of smoke inhalation. Look, fire! So that's why he didn't get out of his room, because he wasn't in it. He was downstairs. He must have fallen down the stairs because there was blood at the bottom there. Or something happened to him before then. Everyone else seemed to be in their bedrooms, and I just clicked my ankle again. So yeah, so we haven't managed to affect the conclusion event yet, but we've done 2 days of the 7. And changed some stuff from the original timeline, which is obviously not enough. So what I'm gonna do...
Report not yet available.
Is exit to the main menu. That's Eternal Threads. Thank you very much to the publisher. Secret Mode for the key for streaming this. Really appreciate it. I've really enjoyed that. I don't know whether I should do more on stream. I think it could be good, but also spoilers. And I'm sinking into my corner. I know, I need to sort that out. It mostly involves sitting up, and I don't want to do that. So yeah, that was Eternal Threads. And yeah, really liked that. It is out now. It came out yesterday, the 23rd of May. Posture check. No, I'm going to end my stream. So I will be back tomorrow with a 3 p.m. stream. Probably, unless I start slightly earlier. I might. We'll see. Because, yeah. Well, we might. But we're going to do possibly three promo games tomorrow. Triple Showcase. So we'll see. And then I haven't quite decided what Sunday's going to look like. At least one of the games tomorrow is going to be Cat Pipes. So we have a code for that one. And we had a plan. And then we're going to play it by ear and see what Sunday looks like. Maybe more promo games. I think we're probably looking at Monday for the finishing off Assassin's Creed because it's a bank holiday. We don't have any plans, and we can then therefore just keep going and see how it goes. So yeah, anyway, thank you for everyone that's been here. I know that the evening streams don't seem to get as many people these days, but that's fine. Mostly I was playing this game for myself because I knew I would like it, and I do. So yeah, I'll hopefully see you tomorrow. Otherwise, that's the bye from me. I've been Joe, otherwise known as Angel SK, and have a great night.